Good morning, everyone. This is Irene Smith again, and I am here in my uh, home base for a slightly different video. Today's video is not going to be terribly long because it's a tour and sale, uh, but it's based on a an unofficial, uh, friendly competition between my channel and another channel who I've been following. Malzy does some absolutely gorgeous work, and we decided that we are both going to flip the house on the moon and see how differently we end up, what we end up with that's different. And I'm sure that her uh, work is going to be absolutely stunning. I am going to tell you ahead of time that um, although I tried to stick with Cyberpunk, which is what we had agreed, I really didn't necessarily do a fantastic job of it because I discovered very quickly that Cyberpunk, there are a lot of things that Cyberpunk doesn't have. So I did follow it as much as I could, but when I couldn't find something that was appropriate, I used what I could, what I had it on hand. Mostly from the latest DLC as far as things like bookcases and like that go. So I'm going to take you to the moon. Bet that's something you never thought you'd hear me say. And show you what I've done with the property. I've got a couple more that I'm working on for Friday, but today is mostly going to be a tour. So let's go to the moon. Oh, notice, by the way, before we go there, the house on the moon costs $482,000. So renovation cost is only $1,500. I doubt that. Okay, let's go. I think it would have been really cool. Um, well, I have some things about this property that were on the frustrating side, and I will mention them as I go along. Um, but before I go any further, I'm going to say that I used some stuff from the workshop. I used some stuff from other DLCs, and I tried to do a garden. But first of all, you cannot do anything with those plant the baton the I don't know what you would even call them, but all of the planters. And interestingly, you cannot buy those. They're here, but you can't buy them yourself. You cannot paint the outside of the habitat. You can build, but I really didn't want to do that this time because when I tried that right after the farm DLC came out, and I found that the lunar surface was showing through my uh, floors. So let's get started. Um, this is from the workshop. I thought it would be interesting to have. And when we come in, I did try to stick with Cyberpunk. Um, Malzy will probably do a better job of that than I did because I found myself cheating a lot. So, as I say, she is probably going to be the clear winner here. But this wallpaper is from the Cyberpunk DLC. these images on the wall here, this one and the one that you can't quite see yet, are both from Cyberpunk. And the kitchen furniture is almost all from Cyberpunk. The coffee maker, the counters, the stove, not the refrigerator. The refrigerator that came with the Cyberpunk set is one of the ugliest things I have ever seen. Let me show you what it looks like. Actually, let me also show you how little is actually available. Now we're going to go to the kitchen and electronic equipment. These are the refrigerators. And they don't look so bad when you're looking at this picture, but when you install one, they look like they are the oldest, most beat up piece of garbage. And they're big and bulky. So what I did was use the Marv refrigerator, not the big one, just the regular small one. Sorry, morning voice. But the counters, the stove, as I said before, the sink, the coffee maker, this toaster are all from the Cyberpunk DLC. The accessories really are not. I added those. Now, this is a Cyberpunk counter, but there are no bar chairs. There aren't. So I used what I could find. This is Cyberpunk, this table and chairs. And the light on the ceiling is also from the Cyberpunk collection. The floor is not. They're, the only floors they have are tread plate. And again, they are so ugly, I couldn't stand to use them. Okay. This is the living room. This is also Cyberpunk. You'll notice that oh, it looks pink here, but I selected purple, my favorite color for the details. A little plant, which is from Cyberpunk. TV is not, but there is no TV in the Cyberpunk. Um, there is no television. I will show you. No TV. There's monitors, and I guess they sort of count as TV. Oh, I should have had one of those. All right. Forgot about those. Let them have a newspaper. All right. So, but the light overhead, that is from the Cyberpunk. The mirror is from the workshop. This lamp, I'm not sure when it was released, but I thought it was totally cool to have when you're building on the moon. I'm going to start here on this end and show you the rooms. I'm saving the office for last because my son said there was a surprise in there for me. And I'm kind of anxious to know what it is, but I purposely have not looked since he told me that. So this is the bathroom. I really think this bathroom came out well. The sinks are not Cyberpunk. The this is, however. Now Malzy had said that what we would do is everything but the bathroom. So I didn't worry about it too much here. But I think this room came out really, really well. I love the. I probably wouldn't do something this blue in my personal space. I don't know. Maybe I would. But I just think it came out very well. And we've got a built-in shower. These are Cyberpunk. They're the only mirrors the Cyberpunk set has. So I made sure to use them. This actually is from Cyberpunk. Oh, and by the way, just to save you some time, there are no owls here, I don't think. I don't think I put any. The next room is the bedroom. And it is not entirely Cyberpunk. The dresser the bedside tables, the bookcases, the wardrobes, those are not cyberpunk. I'm sorry, but there are none in cyberpunk. Uh, if you look, you will see that furniture. There are beds, but that's it. So I did use the cyberpunk bed. This is it. I used green since the walls here are green. The picture is also cyberpunk green. The plant, the bamboo here, the holographic bamboo, and the lamps, those are from the cyberpunk set. So are those little trees, little bonsai trees, and this fern. Now, this is not the least bit cyberpunk. We have a little sauna. Wouldn't you, if you lived on the moon, love to have a sauna? So, this is the sauna. And oh, we have company. Do you suppose they're coming over to borrow a cup of moon sugar? Uh, Moon sugar. Seems to me that was from another game that I play. Anyway, so this is not the least bit cyberpunk, but I think it looks kind of cool. And this, our neighbor here, is from the workshop. And I thought it would be fun to have an alien. Okay, there are, by the way, no rugs in cyberpunk either. Okay, I'm going to skip this for now. I'm coming back. Remind me the office. Okay, this is a thing from the workshop. And we're going to go out and look at my garden on the moon. So I thought that I would use the equipment that they expect for an American garden. There is a set of paved area. There is a table and chairs. There is a barbecue grill. And over here we have exercise equipment. And I was surprised to see that these surface objects were able to go down because part of the reason this is not a more elaborate American garden is that a lot of plants won't go. You can't plant them. And it's weird because some you can and some you can't. But I even put a pizza oven out here in this garden. And, you know, there was that song, When the Moon Hits Your Eye Like a Big Pizza Pie. So that's where they come from, this pizza oven. Over here, I have some sun chairs and an umbrella. And the biggest purchase that I made for this renovation, for this flip, is this swimming pool. This pool cost $12,000, but I thought it would be really cool. Anyway, couch and table, one of these nice little benches. Those are roses. Yes, really, roses. It let me put them down. And yet, in a lot of other places, it won't let you install a plant. And that's a gazebo. Over here, these are the trees I was talking about. I actually can open this. Maybe, there you go. I can open it, but I can't actually plant anything there. Because I did try. If you take, you see there aren't any plants in Cyberpunk, which makes sense. I mean, seriously, the outdoor plants only came with the DLC. So I've got this piece of grass, and you'll see it is not allowed anywhere. I don't know why those roses worked. And over here, I thought it would be fun to take and clear these out and plant different things. But you can't. You're not allowed. So the views here, though, are rather interesting. This has nothing to do with anything I did. but you can see rocks and other buildings. So it seems like we have a fairly elaborate facility here on the moon in game. And I guess I've wandered around and oh yes, the I even have this. And the hammock is I can't imagine. Well, in my imagination, this area, everything inside the fence has air. I don't know how they did it because it probably should just bleed off into space. But what the heck? And there's some more of those trees over there. So that all just came with the property. This is our little friend, or not so little. So let's go in. And by the way, you cannot sell these doors. I probably would have if I could have, because they really kind of get in the way. Okay, so let's go out here. And you'll notice they're everywhere. There's 3 of them there, 3 of them there, 3 of them there. This area, when I came in, was more enclosed than it is. I broke down everything but these columns. So let us finally go in and look at the office. When I was first doing this, most of this is stuff that I did. I used the Paxson desk just because it looks nice. We have a computer here. And in my usual fashion, I bought all the colorful, shiny stuff. I thought it was rather ironic to have a picture of a typewriter. And what, oh, by the way, this is, I laid down the floor surface with the rug and the floor surface with the panels. This is not a rug from the decorations. All right, so the only place I can think of that my son would have added something is over here to my left. Let's find out what. Oh, of course. This is Coco, or Merc, if you watch my son's channel, Some Film Snobs. He is a character in my son's videos. He has his own voice and his own opinions. And he's been around since my son was a very little boy. So a picture of Merc / Coco is quite appropriate. And by the way, in case you forgot, my dog in the game, the brown one, is named Coco. So I guess that's pretty much it. As I said, I couldn't really do much in the way of plants. I was allowed to place these, but not put them in. So I believe that the game doesn't count these as even being here. So that's about the point where I said, well, I guess I'm not going to win the garden competition. So let's do our sale and see what we get. And by the way, in case you hadn't noticed, all of the people who are interested in buying this property are men, single men. I think according to the descriptions of these characters in the game, they're all not married. And let's see what they think. Okay, I am going to submit it for the garden contest because any extra we can get is welcome. Well, actually, that's not too seriously bad. We got a 20% increase. I knew it wouldn't do the plants, that it wouldn't like the plants. But, so that's not so terrible. And now let's put it on auction and see what we get. Well, looks like they've been rather generous. Um, and Jimmy Trader, he's glad that the interior missed out on the recently popular kids' gadgets. Yes, there are no toys inside. So, what are you missing? I don't like this stuff from the Great Depression. What stuff from the Great Depression? Not too many people would fit in this. Well, that is true. That is true. Let's see, what does he say over here? Glad the interior. Thanks to a sauna, you get a great place for meetings with friends. Okay, well, I'm glad I added the sauna. All the walls are in good shape. Well, obviously. I like order. One bedroom, that's enough for me. That's good because I don't know where I would have put another one. All right, so, but just for the fun of it, I will take his offer, but shh, don't tell him because I am going to ask for another $10,000. In fact, I'm going to go for broke. 15,000. Which isn't really that much considering that he's paying 729,000. Let's go. Negotiate the offer. Cool. Want to celebrate? So I made almost $400,000 on this flip. But I probably lost the contest to Malzy because I am sure that she did even better. But I am up for doing this again. And I think what I should have done was work out the details with her ahead of time because I was already almost done when I saw her comment about using only Cyberpunk. And I didn't have the heart. I did go back and change the dining room out for Cyberpunk dining room, but for the most part, I just didn't have the heart to sell stuff and do it again. So let's accept his offer. And that one is in the can. And you can see this was really, well, not surprising. It is filthy most of the time. But I think it looks kind of cool. I particularly like that bathroom. And our alien friend, oh, look, he gets to be in the portfolio. All right, so that's it for this one. I will have another video for you on Friday. Something completely different, perhaps. I don't know. I'm not quite sure. In the meantime, enjoy, subscribe, like, comment, please comment, share with your friends, and I will add a link to Malzy's video for this property when I see it posted. So have a great day, everybody. See ya.